Hi guys, this is Jerry, your host for the rest of MM382, coming to you in this case not live, but coming to you from this very dim bedroom. It's actually it's not as grim as it probably looks on the movie. Okay, so it's actually it's reasonably comfortable. All right, so don't pity me too much. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jerry Murphy, and I'm going to be taking the rest of MM382 for the semester. For the rest of the semester, I think it's about 4 weeks. Okay, and I'm taking over from Abdal, who, when you see what I'm going to be doing, is will you will look back on that time with great joy, and because maybe this is not going to be as fun as you might think it's going to be. And apologies for changing horses midstream, but there are reasons why we had to do it this way. Okay, so what I'm going to do for the rest of the course, and just let you know now for the next 4 weeks, is that with Abdal, what you've been doing is basically what you've been looking at databases, reading in databases into OR, manipulating databases in a very simple way, and basically when you look back on it, what you've been doing, I think, and I review what I think you've been doing in another movie that comes later. What you've been doing essentially is summarizing individual columns in a data set. And that's fine. It's very important. It's probably the most important part of data analytics. And as you see, as you know yourselves now, OR is very finicky. It's very idiosyncratic. It's got its own little way of doing things. And actually, it's got its own 100 different ways of doing the same thing. And you'll find that maybe when I start doing this stuff with you, that you come up with a much more efficient and better way of doing the same thing. And that's great, and that's one of the nice things about R. What we're going to be doing, instead of looking at individual columns, we're going to be comparing individual columns. Okay, so we're going to be combining two or more columns together, usually two actually. And also we're going to be looking at, if we have time, we're going to be looking at comparing subsets of individual columns. So you've got a column of numbers, and there's and there's maybe one or more, or two or more categories associated with each of the columns, and you want to compare one subset of a column with another subset of a column. So basically what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be doing comparisons. And I suppose that's the useful thing, and that's another kind of very useful part of data analytics, because comparison is really why you might want to be doing things in the first place in data analytics. Okay, now the way we're going to do it is, I think we'll try this, is that I'll record a lecture like this, hopefully better quality, but maybe not. This is as good as it gets. Probably using Keynote on my Mac, and then this is where it gets hairy. I'm going to embed QuickTime movies in Keynote, and then play and then record the Keynote lecture with the QuickTime movie embedded in it using QuickTime. So the quality could be exponentially decreasing here, but we'll see how it goes. All right. And at the end of each session, maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes, we might have two of those a week. Hopefully 20 minutes, because I know there's a lot of stuff that you have to accumulate here. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to, with each session, I'm going to give you a problem set. And what you're going to do then is you're going to sit in your own room, and you're going to try and do the problem set using OR. That's basically what you're going to be doing. And when you think about it, actually, this is probably online delivery of this is probably the best way to go. Last year when I was teaching this, it was kind of embarrassing. I used to stand up in front of the class and do war in front of the class. And I don't know, I think they obviously were, what was the point of that? This is actually a much better way, really. And maybe we might go online with this from now on, because this is a better way to do it. You see me doing something, and then you do it yourself, basically. And then that's the way it's going to work. And then what happens if there are issues? Well, the way I think I'm going to do it is, maybe the best way to do it is for you to email me any problems that you have. And then at the end of each week, then I will maybe put up another little QuickTime movie about how to solve it. Because sometimes when you have an issue in R, it's not immediately obvious how to resolve it. So, if we had real-time tutorials or in-person tutorials, you might call me down and say, oh, I can't do this, or this is happening. And I might not be able to solve it on the spot, because R is not as I said to you, it has a mind of its own. And sometimes when you type in the command, it should work, but for some reason it doesn't work on that particular day and only that particular day, and so therefore there's an issue. And so that's I'm going off track here. What was I saying? Yes. So here's the way we're going to do it. We're going to you're going to work away on your own. If there are issues, email me any problems, and then I might put a QuickTime movie on, and then at the end of the week maybe we might have some kind of a Zoom call. Now I'm not sure if you're into this anymore, if you're zoomed out, and I have to talk to Harry about how many hours we can do this with. But I think the best way to do it, actually, folks, is for you to work on your own. You have to do this on your own because I can't go to your house and help you with this. You have to do it yourselves. So the best thing to do is you work on your own, work through the problem set. Any problems, email me, and I'll hopefully resolve the problems using a QuickTime movie. Okay, and then we might have 1 or 2 hours as tutorials, a little Zoom kind of get together where we talk to each other. But again, that's not the most efficient way to do this thing because you need to be doing while you're asking questions, and it is actually better to email me. Now, while we're on the topic of email, I do appreciate that you're out there on your own, and you might want to contact me, and that's fair enough. But you do have to appreciate, like, there's 120 or something ridiculous on this course, and the other course that I'm teaching, the second year maths course, I think there's 180 people on the other course. So if you do email me, the chances are I won't get the time to email you back. That's just the way it is. So when you email me with an issue that you're having with the course, I will answer probably the most important or the most popular problems. That's the way we can do it, folks. Now, I will try and answer everybody. I really will. I will set aside half an hour every day to answer email from students, and I will try and answer your email because I do appreciate you're working on your own, and it's very, very difficult in that kind of environment, and sometimes you just need some kind of don't worry about it, or here's how you do it, and you feel, oh, I'm so stupid, that kind of idea. And I do appreciate that, but at the same time you have to appreciate where I'm coming from, and that I'm just one person, 2 hands, I can't, one brain, one gorgeous face. I'm going to edit that bit out. All right, maybe I won't let it in because I do have a gorgeous face. Yeah, and that's so hopefully you'll appreciate where I'm coming from as well. Is that I probably won't be able to answer every email that I get, and that's just the way it is, folks. It's just a time constraint. Okay. Now the assessment, what we're going to be doing, which is probably what you're interested in, I think what we're going to be doing at the end of the 4 weeks. I think Abdal has given you his own assessment. And basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to give you maybe a little multiple choice test, or maybe not even a multiple choice test, a little loop test at the end of the 4 weeks. It'll be your own individual test because loop has this ability of randomizing questions, apparently. I haven't figured this out yet. And each assessment that you will log on to will be unique to you. So there's no point ringing up Joe in the next room and saying, Joe, come in here and do my assessment for me, because that's not going to work, because Joe's assessment will be different from yours. Okay, and that's just the way it is. Now, this is hopeful. I'm hoping that this happens because I have to go in and figure out loop and how to use the loop quiz software, which is not easy. There's too much functionality in it. So, but that's the idea. But I will inform you before the end of the semester what I'm going to do. Probably what's going to happen in the end, folks, is default. I'm going to send you out a sheet of paper or something with questions on it, and then you get back to me and you just email me the answers back. That might be the nuclear option, but hopefully we'll get something going with loop, and we'll do that. Okay, so good luck with this. Hopefully I will see you guys in person soon. Sorry, it's just ending here. Hopefully I'll see you soon, and good luck and stay safe, and let's get over this nonsense together. And all right, that's it. Terrible ending, I know. Sorry.